I define reading for pleasure as reading because they want to. It doesn't always have to start that way, but they should continue reading something because they want to, because they feel motivated to do that. And I would add, it doesn't have to be pleasurable per se. It can be anxiety inducing, entertaining, puzzling, but it's the engagement and the fact that they're doing it of their own volition. The benefits are numerous, and they include improved well-being, increased vocab, more articulate, better emotional development, higher levels of educational success. But I think the main one, like if I have to pick one, there's this one which I always go for, which is that the consequences of reading are reciprocal and exponential. So all of those range of benefits that come with reading, they just build on themselves and they grow up together. And that's something which is amazing. There's a range of reasons that people struggle with reading. Reading is an incredibly complex skill. It requires at least 8 areas of different knowledge, skill, and experience to come together seamlessly to make reading easy and fluent. But it's also, there's a much wider issue at play as well. So there's lots of research that shows that parents are reading to their children less. There's also research that shows that parents understand that reading is important, but they're not sure why, and they're not sure how to do it or to encourage it. And the curriculum is so pressured, it really limits kind of some of the opportunities that could be provided so that every child can find their route to reading for pleasure. Schools and settings can support this, and I think there's 4 main ways that they can do that. So the first is to support parents. So taking the time to explain why reading and reading for pleasure is important and what the benefits are and how to do that. Number 2 is supporting teachers. And it's not an easy time for teachers at the moment. So as a school, they need the support of their governing body, of their senior leadership team to prioritise time for reading. It's making sure that there is time for every child to sit down and read something that they want to read. And I think the other thing when it comes to teachers is to support their CPD. So to support them in knowing what they could be recommending to children and being very authentic and open and transparent about what reading means to you as a school and what a reader looks like. If you as a school can be really transparent about what we mean by a reader is someone who reads magazines, someone who reads instruction manuals, someone who reads comics, someone who reads information books, someone who reads as part of a gaming experience. All of these are ways that you can encourage all children to see themselves as a reader and to give them an identity that they can belong to, that then enables you to build on and enhance that identity and that reading journey. I'd also say empower school library staff. Not all schools have a school library. Not all schools have school library staff. But if you do, and by that I mean anyone who works or volunteers in a school library, empower them to engage TAs and teachers so that their job is easier. So that instead of teachers feeling the burden or the responsibility of having to go out and keep up to date with children's literature, they've got someone who can feed them relevant information. And empower them to reach out to the wider community. As children get older, it gets harder to encourage them to do something for pleasure rather than tell them they should do it. But it's not a binary thing. And I think we need to be really mindful about, particularly in secondaries, as the pupils are getting older, reminding them that actually, the why, and creating the time to do that and enabling them to prioritise it.